Learning Together Apart. Our community-based instruction program, or CBIs, were created as a collaboration with TEA, Texas Education Agency, and Regions 1 through 20 Education Service Centers. Today's lesson, the Butterfly Playground. The Butterfly Playground is a special place at Morgan's Wonderland, where everyone can swing, slide, and learn. You can learn so much here and have fun too. Actually, you can learn so much from the Butterfly Playground that you don't even have to leave home to experience it. And just like its symbol, the butterfly, this place has grown into something truly beautiful and is now taking flight. I love butterflies. Do you love butterflies too? That's wonderful! Can you name some things that butterflies do? They can fly, they can look pretty, they can dance, they can soar up in the sky, and many other things. Great job, all great answers. Sometimes butterflies can fly over flowers or fly under trees. They can even fly between us and might even land on our noses. Did you hear some of those key words that I said there? Words like over, under, between, and on. Those words describe where something is, or its position. Today we're going to learn about positional words and even some ASL, American Sign Language. ASL is expressed by movements of the hands and face. It's the primary language of many North Americans who are deaf and hard of hearing, and is used by many hearing people as well. Now let's see if you can find where this butterfly is flying, and I'm going to need your help to find the butterfly, okay? All right? Are we ready? Let's begin! Can you find the butterfly here? Great! There it is! Thank you! Is the butterfly over or under the flower? The answer is over! Very good! Now can you help me with the next video? Can you find the butterfly? Oh! Yep! There it is! Wonderful! Is the butterfly over or under the tree? The answer is under! Great job! Can you help me with the next one? Great! Is this butterfly over or in between the puppies? Amazing! The answer is in between. Great job! Now this one's kinda tough. Can you find the butterfly? Great job, everyone! Is the butterfly on top or under the hand? Magnificent! The butterfly is on top of the hand. Thank you so much for helping me find the butterflies. Now, let's add in some American Sign Language. Follow along and make the signs with me. Over. Under. Between. On. Great, let's try that again. Over, under, between, on. Very good. Now that you've learned all these fun things, take that knowledge with you and practice at home. You can even become the teacher yourself and show your friends and family. Over, under, between, on. One more time. Over, under, between, on. Very good, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It was so much fun learning together apart with you. Together, we are making a difference.
Morgan's Wonderland!
Excerpts from Just Ask by Sonia Sotomayor, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. Be different, be brave, be you. Hi, I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, different color, different shape, and different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight, others thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile, and others are more hardy. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry, and others take more time. Some of us seem shy and quiet, while others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot, others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way, so if you are curious about other kids, just ask. My name is Raphael, and I have asthma, which means I sometimes have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a break and use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body?
Me llamo Eto, tengo asma, hago ejercicios de respiración para sentirme mejor. Ven a hacerlos conmigo.
I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast. How do you get from place to place?
I'm Tanya, and I use crutches and a wheelchair to get around. But I like my crutches the best because they help me move really slow. Will you join me in moving really slow?
My name is Madison, and my guide dog Lucky helps me get places safely because I'm blind. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. Even though we can't see, we strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. How do you use your senses?
Hi, I'm Andy and I'm blind. One of my favorite dances to do with my cane is when it's snowing out. I use it kind of like a pencil and I draw all over the ground in circles, zigzags, figure eights, whipping my cane around high up off the ground into a wall or a signpost and then back down, leaving this wonderful swirling trail behind it for everybody that walks by to see.
I'm Vijay. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I'm deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and hands through sign language. It's cool to know another language. I also love reading and writing. What about you? Hi, my name is Zana. My sign name is Z. I love to dance. Do you like to dance? Want to dance with me? Circle. Thank you for dancing with me. I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. What helps you learn?
Hi, only just the name right here. Never end the accent have me learn. It's trip time.
It's me, Sonia, again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teachers, and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all of the plants in this garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we only could grow peas? That would mean no strawberries or cucumbers or carrots. It might also mean no trees or roses or sunflowers. Just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. And just like all of these plants, each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. What will you do with your powers?
Two newscasters, Kathy and Yolanda, sit behind a desk with graphics of the Earth and continents behind them. Kathy wears a tiara of small googly eyes on her head. At the start, Kathy holds large googly eyes up to her own before tossing them aside.
Today we're doing a special report on eyes. Well, not just eyes. We're actually going to be talking about blindness and visual impairments. I'm one of your hosts, Kathy Garza, and this is
Yolanda Shaw, your other co-host.
Our job today is actually to break down the truth about life for people with low or no vision. Yolanda, can you share with us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a blind person with no light perception, which means I don't have any usable vision to detect any light or shadows. I went blind as a teenager from a rare eye condition with inflammation in my optic nerves. Blindness is a spectrum, which means that there are some blind people like me who don't have any usable vision to see light or shadows, and there are some people like Kathy who have low vision, which means it's not the best, but she's got some usable vision.
Yeah, good point. In my case, I like Yolanda said, I have low vision due to a rare genetic condition called albinism. It affects about 1 in 20,000 people. And with my condition, my body doesn't make any color in my hair, skin, or eyes, and that causes me to not see very well because some of the parts of my eyes don't work properly.
Well, we sure cover the spectrum of vision loss. Here to give us more facts about visual impairment is expert Eva. Take it away, Eva.
A single newscaster, Eva, sits behind a desk with various graphics behind her that show what she describes.
Hey, thanks, Kathy and Yolanda. Hey, this segment of our broadcast is called Did You Know? Today we're going to be discussing 5 facts about visual impairment that you may not already know. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hold on, we're getting some breaking news. Yeah, breaking news is coming in. Yeah, Mary, are you there? We're going to go live now to Mary for this very important news.
A reporter, Mary, stands in front of a light-colored wall holding a white travel cane.
Yes, Eva, thank you. We do have some breaking news. This tool is called a cane, not a stick. I repeat, this is a cane and not a stick. And also, some people who are blind or visually impaired might not use a cane to travel. And some choose to use a dog guide to travel. Just remember, this is a cane, not a stick. Back to you, Eva.
We see Eva behind the desk again.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Mary. Who knew? Gosh, that's very interesting. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know the correct term for that tool is a cane, not a stick? Did you know that not all people who are visually impaired are totally blind? Some have what we call low vision. And they may wear glasses or not, but if they wear glasses, they still can't see perfectly, even when wearing those glasses. Hold on, wait. Oh, we have a question coming in from a very curious viewer who asks, what is it like to have low vision? Well, thanks for asking. Let's take a look. We're going to look at a classroom with normal vision and what it might look like, that classroom, with different types of visual impairment or low vision. So look at this classroom. This one we call reduced acuity. As you can see, the classroom on the left looks normal. The one on the right, though, is blurry. And even if you have glasses on as a low vision person, it still wouldn't be in focus. That's called reduced acuity. Let's take a look at what tunnel vision looks like. Look how the classroom on the right, it looks like the sides of the vision are missing. Hey, you know what? You could simulate this if you just hold up your hand and look through it like a telescope. You can see straight ahead, but the sides are missing. That's called tunnel vision. Hey, let's look at the next slide. This is patched vision. As you can see, the slide on the right shows the classroom with spotted vision, or sometimes we call those scotomas. You can see it looks like little spots of your vision are missing. The next one, we call it photophobia. And I bet some of you know that the word photo means light. And that's what this means, light sensitivity. If you look at that slide on the right, look how bright it looks. Have you ever come out of a movie theater? It was really dark and then you walk out into the bright light. Well, that's kind of what it's like to have photophobia. Let's look at what reduced central vision looks like. Look at this slide and you see that the vision in the middle is missing. So you can't use that part of your vision. You know what that could really make it difficult to do? Let's say you're looking at a person and you're standing and looking directly at them. You might not be able to see their face. Or sometimes it's really hard to read letters and words when you can't use your central vision. Hey, did you know it's important to say your name when you're talking to a person with a visual impairment? Don't play a game like, hey, guess who? That's mean. Just say your name. Hi, Kathy. It's Eva. Hey, would you like to sit together at lunch today? Just say your name. Don't play a game. Hey, did you know it's important to ask before jumping in and offering help? If a person with a visual impairment wants assistance, they'll ask. And if you're not sure, you can just simply politely ask, "Can I help you?" Don't ever grab their arm and push or pull them. That's just mean. So don't grab and don't go. Did you know it's good to use describing words? It's to your left, your right, behind you, above. Don't just say, hey, it's over there. Why not? Well, close your eyes. Hey, no peeking.
Video footage of a tiger appears behind Eva's left shoulder.
If I say, the tiger is over there, run! Do you know which way to run? To get away? Now, if I said the tiger is to your left, run! Now you know which way to run as fast as you can. To the right!
Eva runs away to her right.
Well, one last thing. It's okay to use words like see and look. You could say something like, hey, Yolanda, I'll see you after school at the football game. Well, that's it today for Did You Know? Now back to you, kind-hearted Kathy and hilarious Yolanda.
We see Kathy and Yolanda behind their desk again.
Thanks, Expert Eva. You made some great points for our viewers to consider. And I love that you talked about how glasses don't always fix everything. I use glasses to help me see a little bit better, but they don't help me enough to be able to do some things like driving. I always feel like this can be so confusing to people because they see me out in the community using my cane, and then they see me get in the bus and sit down and start looking at my phone, and sometimes I worry they think I'm faking that I can't see very well. I also really appreciate what you said about using good describing words. I run into this problem all the time. One time I was in an airport and I had to get out of the line and go back 3 times before I got into the correct line because the people were not giving me very good directions. They just kept saying, go out, come back, go over here, go that way. It's really helpful when they use words like left, right, or walk towards your left, you'll pass this on your right. That's the kind of descriptive language that helps me the best.
I can relate to that too, Kathy. I really connected with Expert Eva's points about asking someone with a visual impairment if they need help, rather than just grabbing their body in their cane. That really invades my personal space and body boundaries.
You know, people often ask me how I do things with a visual impairment. With my low vision, I'm still able to see quite a bit and read print, but sometimes I need it to be a little bit bigger. So I use a magnifying app on my phone to look at super cool things like bugs and fingernails and fossils. Oh yeah, and things like medicine bottles and cooking directions as well. We're going to take a look at how I use my app on my phone to check out this really cool rock.
Close-up of Kathy's iPhone and an orange-colored rock with gray layers across it as she demonstrates the feature she describes.
So let's take a look at this rock up close. When I want to see something up close and see all the fine details, I get my phone out and open up my accessibility folder. And this magnification app that I'm going to use actually just came with my phone, even though I have others that I like as well. So I'll put the rock under the screen and I can zoom out or in to see all these super fine details. The little chips, all the different colors that make up this rock, all the little crystals in this rock. I can also change the contrast to make sure that I'm seeing it as clear as possible. If I want to, if I'm looking at print, sometimes I will change the color scheme as well. Typically, if I'm looking at stuff in nature, I'll leave it the way it is. But sometimes with print, people who are visually impaired see different colors and different levels of contrast better. If I need to, I can also turn on my phone's flashlight to help me see something a little bit brighter.
Kathy and Yolanda behind their desk.
I love to go to restaurants and eat with friends, but sometimes the menu is up on the wall and I'm not able to see it. In that case, I use this little handheld telescope and I just hold it to my eye and I can read what's far away. Also in the community, I use it to read the numbers on the approaching buses or street signs if I'm not sure exactly where to turn. When I was in school, I used this tool to help me read the whiteboard and to read any posters that the teachers had on the walls that were out of my line of sight.
That's right, Kathy. I'm all about trying new restaurants too. When I go out to eat with friends, I use VoiceOver on my iPhone to access the menus online. VoiceOver is a feature on the iPhone that reads all of the text on the screen out loud to me, which is super cool. Even better is when restaurants have Braille menus for me to read.
Close-up of Yolanda's hands on a page of Braille writing.
I use Braille to read because I can't see large print. Braille is a code of raised dots, typically arranged in a pattern. There are 6 dots that will, depending on how they're arranged, will make up letters, numbers, and punctuations. There are many tools on how to create those dots.
Kathy and Yolanda behind their desks.
Some of those tools are a typewriter that you can push the keys and make the dots. Another is an electronic Braille display. Another one is also a printer that embosses out Braille dots, which is called an embosser. And lastly, there's a slate and stylus. And the slate and stylus is really similar to like a pen and paper that I can use to create those dots.
Wow, Yolanda, there's so many cool tools out there to help those of us who are blind or visually impaired do all of the tasks that our typically sighted peers do. What great information we got from everybody. Hopefully this special report from Eyes on News has given you the inside scoop on blindness and visual impairments. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Kathy holds large googly eyes up to her own and then tosses them toward the camera and smiles.